Chorus Creative Arts Studio Punjab, Sri Deepthi Counseling Center Hyderabad, Clover Learning Center Hyderabad, Shrisha Counseling Center Kozhikode, and the Mindstyle Hub of Kolkata. I would like to introduce our honorable resource person for today, Mrs. Prabha Ekambram ma'am, who's the founder of Connect Consulting Services Hyderabad, MSME that provides corporate training, counseling, and coaching services. Regarding ma'am's academic background, she has a bachelor's in engineering from the Government College of Technology, Coimbatore, Bardiyar University, the first class with distinction, MBA HR, Pondicherry University, first class, MS Counseling and Psychotherapy, IPMS, Mumbai, first class. She has a PG Diploma in Life Coaching and Counseling, CCS Academy, Diploma in Neuro-Linguistic Programming, Excel HR Academy, certification on career guidance, psychometry and counseling using cognitive behavior therapy from the CCS Academy. She is an AI practitioner certification from the National Institute of Skills Training, POSH facilitator certification from the Concept Learners authorized by Skill India and the National Skill Development Corporation. A few more things about ma'am. Prabha Ekambram ma'am is an engineer by qualification. She has a HR professional by passion. She's a certified and well-qualified trainer, counselor, and a life coach with 20 plus years of experience in people development. She's also a career guidance expert and POSH facilitator. She has created a positive difference in the lives of many individuals through her motivational speeches, soft skills training programs, counseling, coaching, and mentoring sessions. Some of ma'am's key strengths are communication skills, team management, hard work, commitment, analytical ability, result-oriented networking are some of her key strengths. She has also appeared in the media as a special guest in Jaya TV, Sun TV, News, Sun News for the field-specific programs. Some of the languages that ma'am knows are Tamil, English, and Hindi. With that short introduction, I would like to welcome you, ma'am, and my dear friends. The floor is yours. Over to you, ma'am. Thank you so much once again for being here.
Thank you, DPMH, Anita ma'am, for a very long introduction. And thank you, DPMH, and all other organizations for this opportunity. I hope my audio is audible to everyone.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. You're clear. Yes.
Yes, today's topic is work-life balance. Why I wanted to choose this is with respect to counseling, I'm more interested into workplace counseling. I wanted to make a mark in that because I come from a training background. So I feel that I can contribute more in that area, which will definitely help for the individual mental health, because we are spending nearly more than 8 hours, I would say, nearly 12 hours relative to our work. Either we work for 8 hours or we commute for work for a few hours in the cities. So I feel like this topic is like including me. It will be like seeing back ourselves or checking back ourselves whether we are balancing ourselves. So I'm just trying to share my screen. Give me a moment. So according to you, what is work-life balance, sir or ma'am? Any idea?
Not letting the stress of work affect the personal life, and not letting the stress of not letting any stress, and balancing everything in a way that we can manage everything.
Okay, good. Thank you, Archana ma'am, for initiating.
In simple words, we can say having a better life.
Okay, thank you, sir. So are we, any other answers, please?
Actually, I would have said not only work life.
Yes,
work, mainly when we are talking about work, we are talking about the professional work or whatever, maybe a bank, maybe chartered accountant, whatever.
Yes, sir.
When we are talking about work life includes so many things: social quotient, emotional quotient, spiritual quotient, all those things. Therefore,
Yes,
work
sir.
plus when life includes all those things, there will be a balance. I hope you are going to cover all those things.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. So so what here is like, for example, as you all said, it is not only work-life balance. Like, is this, for example, it is understood by everyone that all are having this challenge. Though we know that we should balance it, we we also know that it is actually a challenge and it is a struggle faced by us. So first we will understand what is work-life balance, and then we will go based on that. So as ma'am said or sir said, it is like having an equilibrium between what are our professional responsibilities as well as um, our personal life activities. So allocating time, energy, so everything matters in it. For example, how many of you are able to spend your anniversary with your spouse, sir? Is it possible, sir? Are you spending your anniversaries with your spouse, sir?
Not always.
So it comes once in a year, ma'am. But are we able to spend? We are not able to plan, right? Similarly, are we able to even go for a dinner for a birthday of our child or our life partner? Many times it's a question mark. Similarly, are we able to drink a coffee without any interruption or a tea? Are we getting that 2 or 3 minutes time in a day, or we are always into something? So we have to question ourselves. Or we should also need to reevaluate ourselves on these areas, like how many days I work in a week, how many hours in a day, and whether my work and work life. See, for example, every industry is demanding a certain kind of work time, work methodology, and things like that. So, if, for example, if if someone's spouse is working for pharma, he will be always in the thinking mode. So likewise, every work is having certain timings, certain demanding certain skills, so they will not be able to completely mingle with the family, even if they are in a function, even if they are in a festival, even they go for a theater for a movie. So it is not at all possible to demarcate a line between our work and our personal life. So today we are going to see something that how we can we can understand it better, and how we can incorporate certain simple things so that we can balance our instead of calling work life, I would prefer to call it as life work, I guess, because how many years we are going to work, sir or ma'am? Maybe we start after 21, and how many years are we going to work?
Informal
Maybe
work all life.
Yes,
family, yeah, as Chana ma'am says, family responsibility will never get over.
yes.
After maybe the children settle down, and maybe if you have to go and take care of them, you're forced to do it. But again,
No, I'm
maybe
asking
25
about your
years,
career related.
around 25 years, 25 to 30 years.
Yeah, maximum you are going to do only 25 to 30 years. Maybe because of passion, some of the retired elderly people, or even who are working now also. I encourage the same, and I'm not talking about it. I'm just talking about the people who work for 25 to 30 years. After that, there is a retirement age. Of course, we need to be active till the last day of our life. But what happens in India, if you see, while they are working, they are spending their entire lifetime into work. They are not taking care of self, and they are spending less family time. And after retirement, if you see, they don't know anything else than work. So most of the people, I'm not talking about the elderly people who are here, because I know they are all contributing, they are learning, they are encouraging the youngsters. But I'm in general, when I see the larger percentages after retirement, they don't know what to do. They are so other than work, they don't know how to balance their lives. So that is the reality. So now I would like to call this more as a life work balance, and how to create a harmony between our work and our personal life. So why these imbalance comes? Sometimes increased responsibilities at workplace or at home. And if suppose a woman is working, means the responsibilities are double. I hope everyone will accept it. Unless and otherwise, if the spouse or the partner are also taking care of the household or sharing shoulders at home, then it is very difficult. They are pressurized with so much of work, and sometimes longer working hours based on the industry they are working. Or if suppose after this COVID, there is no demarcation between work and personal life because of this work from home option also. Though they are working from home, but they are not able to have a personal time. So anytime the WhatsApp, and because of WhatsApp also, so you have lot of work groups in it, and there is no time limitation to ask for something related to work, and there is no time limitation in responding to it also. People expect us to respond. Only very few organizations have a clear cut timings and message, even for messages and calls. Most of the industries, even at 10 o'clock we get calls. We wanted to answer them. Morning 7 o'clock we get calls. So and because of not only because of this, we also, it also depends on this imbalance happens because of personal mindset also. See, there are some individuals who will be happy only when they work. If they are availing a leave for one day, or if they are not working for their office, unless and otherwise it is a holiday, they will not be at ease at their family or at their relationship level. So it depends on the personal mindset too. And apart from it, the last but not the least reason is the social media. So because we spend maximum time in social media, we are not able to balance this work and personal life. So why it is important? So these are all the various reasons, because our health and well-being, as sir rightly pointed out, it is not only our physical health, it is also our other aspects like mental wellness, and social wellness, emotional wellness, as well as we need to be financial. Is it? I'm so sorry.
Slide edit mode கொண்டு போயிடுங்க, it will move.
Okay.
Once you download the slide, take it to the edit mode. Once you edit it, it will start.
I'm sharing directly from the system, sir.
Not move, madam. Google move ஆகாது. Google நீங்க அதை டவுன்லோட் பண்ணிட்டு எடிட் பண்ணுங்க. எடிட் பண்ணிட்டு எடிட் மோட் பண்ணிட்டு அதை பிரசன்ட் பண்ணுங்க, மூவ் ஆகும்.
Okay. I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't know that.
No problem, ma'am.
Are you able to see this slide, ma'am? Work-life balance.
No, ma'am, it's not visible now.
just sharing again. Yes. Yeah, sure. Is it moving, ma'am?
Moving.
Okay. So these were the reasons for imbalance that was last discussed. So why is it important? It is important because we see, why do we work? There is no point in working for nearly 24 hours. We have to sleep for our health, and we have to be productive in whatever work we do, whether it is for our personal life or for our work. And at the same time, we have to live life. So happiness and joy quotient is also there. And to be creative, to be having a better morale, and for not for existing, but we need to live. So that is why we are talking about this balance. So I would like to say a small story relative to this. Actually, when son was struggling to balance his work and his personal life, the father just told this story. After that, he was able to look into it and manage it. So I think this will be a reminder for us too. So the story goes like this: there was a family of with a father, mother, and 2 kids. They live in this house, and there is a big banyan tree in front of their house. So the father, whenever he goes to work, he goes to the banyan tree and he talks something, and then he goes to his work. Similarly, when he comes back, again he talks something to the tree and comes back. The children notice this for a week, and then one day they ask their papa, Appa, what are you talking with the banyan tree? Can you tell us every day while going to office and coming from office? So the father told that when I go to work, I just wear the garland of my office job and my profession, and then when I come back, I just give it back to this tree, and then I come as your father and spouse of this family, or head of this family. So sometimes it requires for us to evaluate ourselves, or even look back ourselves, whether we are able to give our 100% to everything of us in our life. So I think this story will help you all. Though we talk about work and life and balance, reality is not only work and life. Reality is something like this roller coaster ride. When it comes to job, we have so many things. We have meetings, we have calls, we have client interaction, we have to network. So if it is a marketing or a sales, we have targets. So likewise, there are a lot of things in work. Similarly, when it comes to life, it is like family. If you have small kids, you have to take care of them. Even one day, if you are going out, you have to speak with the van wala, you have to speak with the maid or servant who helps you, and you have to tell them where the key is. Likewise, small things. And you have everyday life whole chores, and whenever you travel for work or personal things and shopping, health, yoga or meditation, walking for yourselves, and if you are also contributing for the society, like volunteering, So likewise, there are so many aspects in both, like in the work life as well as in our personal life. So in that case, how we are going to balance both? So if whenever we talk about this well-being or why we need to balance, we should focus on all these 5 areas. Physical means our physical, what we do for our own physical fitness or being healthy, I would say, rather, whether we are doing a yoga, or we are doing a simple walking every day, or we do meditation for our mental or emotional well-being. Similarly, we spend time with our family members. We have dinner with at least once in a week, though not every day. And whether we spend time with our family, or we have networking with our friends, school, college, or official friends. We just have a tea with them, something like that. Or when it comes to career, we all have career goals, so we need to climb up the ladder. How we are able to manage some time for that, and sometimes we need to upgrade ourselves with respect to knowledge. So how we are spending time for it. And at the same time, financial, see, for everything we require this one well-being, that is financial well-being, where we need to plan for our retirement also. So at this stage, we may be having kids, their education and other things. So for when it comes to well-being, we are talking about all these 5 aspects of well-being. So your work and life balance should contribute from these, and it should also contribute to these. So how to manage this work balance, or what are the tips that we can try to be with our work life also, and with our personal life too? Like sometimes we can set boundaries, though it is very difficult in today's corporate world. We can set boundaries, like after 9, I will not take official calls. Whatever may be the call, I will respond to the next day. Likewise, you can set your own boundaries, or morning I will start my work. Sometimes what happens is, practically, we start with our we take our mobile as the first one, and some official messages would have come, and then our thinking will start from there, and we will not be able to bounce back for our me time, or whatever we wanted to do that day for our own self, like drinking a coffee very well mindfully, and then doing a yoga or something. We are not able to do it. So always start your work after some time in the morning, so that you spend some time for your own physical wellness. And similarly, you can plan time with scheduled breaks. For example, when you are planning a year, I have seen some people who are even CEOs, who generally plan their year. First of all, they will strike off all the important family days, for example, anniversary, birthdays of all their family. After marking all those, only they will give the schedules to the other people. Like, so you may ask me a question. When we are at that level, we can do that. So I think it is just the importance that we give. For example, I have seen even simple people, a bike mechanic or even a security. He says he says very correctly, "Ma'am, I'm in lunchtime. I will come post lunch." So he will not attend a phone call, or he will not come to us. But sometimes even professionals who are very much educated, they skip their lunch times. They go beyond their boundaries to do that work. So I think that that is a personal mindset. So I think whether you are in a small job or whether you are in a big job, I think we need to plan our time up with scheduled breaks in it. And we can say no. We have to learn to say no at times, when it is disturbing you, or when you are getting irritated, or when it is not possible, or when you can't stretch more than this. And sometimes you can also combine the tasks. I'm going to talk about it in the slide later too, so we'll discuss that later. And sometimes all will not fit for everyone, because based on your industry that you work on, based on your family priorities, sometimes each individual will have their own way of doing things, how to balance this. So you have to figure out which one will work for you. Okay, and be realistic when you are setting goals, or how to balance this work and life. Don't go beyond your expectations, so that it will be difficult for you, and it will be a disappointment for you if you are not able to do it. And similarly, sometimes we don't get help from experts, or from our colleagues, or from our even family people. So you can encourage children or someone at home to delegate your task. Similarly, in your office, if it can be delegated, you have to do that, so that you can focus on the other things. And sometimes, instead of personally meeting a person, you can do a virtual meeting or a phone call, con call. You can find out alternate ways, so that it is not disturbing your balance. And important, last but not the least, is sleep. Many a times, because of this lackness in our sleep, or whether when we don't have this quality sleep, we are not able to focus in both, in our personal life as well as in our official life. And the next slide talks about me time. I think everyone will be loving to do this, but are we doing it regularly? That is the question. Okay, I suggest that we should do it every day, at least for 10-15 minutes. It may be anything that you do for your own self, like listening to music, listening to one song also mindfully, with that enjoyment, which is your favorite song, can make a difference in your mood, and can be helpful for you to relieve your stress and come back. So these are the suggestions that you can always spend for your me time. So some of the countries, there are some countries which have a global life work balance index. Even this also, they have changed the term as life and work, because life is, we are going to live for several years by God's grace. So in that, work is only 25 to 30 years. So it is very important that we focus on our life, and see our work as part of it. So if you take some of the countries like New Zealand, which is on the top, which is around more than 80, the index rate is, and Ireland, Belgium, Denmark. And with respect to India, if you take Pune, Hyderabad comes in the top 2 cities of work balance, life work balance index. See, some cities are not able to come, because work includes the commute to work also, where there are a lot of traffics, and where the problem is there. They are not able to come into this list. And now I'm also, I just wanted to give an idea about how organizations can improve work-life balance. So it is not only from the individual that he has to think about how to balance my work, how to balance my work and life. No, actually, some organizations which are like whose happiness quotient is more, that is like happy to work with employers, or happy to work with some organizations. Now they are following these kind of activities to improve the work life balance of their employees. So why it is required? Because that helps in their productivity, that helps in their brand building, that in turn helps in the progress of the organization as well as the individual. So what some the organizations, if they don't have this concept in their HR platform, I think they have to, it's high time they have to accept it, and they have to take some methodologies and activities to improve this. So they can give a training related to it. They can even encourage workplace counseling, which is very less in India compared to other countries. Because see, if a person is happy at work only, he will be able to be happy at home. Similarly, vice versa. If a person is happy at home only, he will be able to be happy in his work, and he can give his best, 100%, his fullest potential. Suppose if he is going through something very terrible in his personal life, how can be 100% effective here? Similarly, it holds good at home also. So even the individuals in the house can understand what work pressure the other person in the family is going through, and they can also help a little. Even a simple things in their day-to-day life can help them a lot. For example, getting the other one's shoes ready, or something, ironing for them, the other person, when they are starting for work. So the family also can contribute, I guess. By seeing us, I think the children will also learn all these good habits. They will support each other. Because I was when I was living in Mumbai, I saw one family which I learned from them. They are a Marathi family. Everyone in the house, if somebody comes from outside, immediately whoever is in the house will bring a glass of water to them, and each one will support each other for their work or their personal life. I think we need to be examples for it, and we need to teach so that our children will also learn these good qualities, so that it will be helpful for us in our work as well as in our personal life. So the organizations can help with even women. We in the industry, you all know that if a woman is pregnant, then she's not given good projects even in IT fields. So this is there worldwide. So organizations can give flexibility to women, or whoever is required for that matter. It should be an inclusive workplace for everyone, and they can even offer remote working, any assistance that is required, childcare or something, sabbaticals. It can be provided from the organization point of view. And what is the benefit that organization is going to get is, they will be getting improved productivity. The employee will come motivated to work, and their attrition rate will definitely come down. There are a lot of problems that HR department in India is facing is attrition. Some organizations believe that for some positions they can only have that employee for a few months, not even a year. So they can decrease this employee attrition. They can increase the retention, and the employee will automatically be loyal and committed to the work that he do, and it will reduce absenteeism, coming late, and the organization brand building will be high, and the employee time will also be saved, and the organization time, money, and energy will also be saved. So I think it is going to be a win-win situation for both the employers as well as the employees. And the new concept that is emerging in 2024 or in the recent years is called as, instead of work-life balance, like splitting the professional responsibilities and the professional interests, we are moving more towards the integrated living. So what do you mean by this is, actually we are doing it, but we don't know that we are doing an integrated living, like joining together all aspects to benefit your life as a whole. Like for example, when you check WhatsApp messages, you check your official WhatsApp groups also, and you check your personal also. So you're not demarcating that I have to check only now my official messages and my personal. So likewise, I may give you some more examples of this integrated living so that you can understand better. Like for example, when do we exercise? Either in the morning or when after we go home back. But now even some organizations have gyms in their office space itself, and even you can even for 5 minutes you can go do a workout and come in between your work hours also. Some organizations encourage that. Likewise, you have so many options like this where you can there is no question like I have to do this, or when I have to do this, or I have to do this only at a specific time, do that at a specific time. No, at this time which is right for me, which is okay for me, for my health, for my social well-being, for my emotional everything. Okay, so for example, sometimes we spend time only with our children in the weekends. Instead we can spend some 10 minutes in the morning before you start for your work. So likewise, giving a some see in some jobs there is a situation like you can't switch off your phone and go for a vacation. If you are having that kind of a job, then you are blessed. Otherwise it is not possible in every job. So integrating into this, like I'm not separating my work and my family. Whichever is going to help me to be a wholesome individual. It may be my career, social, or it may be my physical or mental or emotional well-being, then I would be doing that. So this is a new concept that is emerging. So I think after few years it will be a part and parcel of our life. So I think with these, last but not the least, we have to work hard. We have to make time for our family, friends, as well as our loving people around us. But no one remembers our PowerPoint presentations on our final day. This was told by Chetan Bhagat. It holds true. Similarly, lot of professionals who have succeeded. For example, if you take Steve Jobs, his last advice was this only, that we need to take care of our health. And we have also heard a lot of heart attacks happening. And so all these are because of the pressure that work is exerting. And even there is a saying that it may be harsh to say, but I think if you are no more, you replaced by the organization in 1 hour, it seems. That is how corporates are working today. So that's why we should be like, even in our deathbed, we are not going to think of I wish I should have worked more for my organization. We are not going to definitely think of it. So that's why let's be compassionate to ourselves. Let us not be so ambitious, and if we don't do something in work or in personal life, it's okay. Let us be compassionate, first of all, to ourselves as therapists, counselors, and psychologists. Let us do our best what we could do. Already we are doing that, and we can also integrate all these tips and strategies, and reevaluate ourselves whether we are managing our, or whether we are moving to a integrated living mode. So I thank you so much for this opportunity once again. Now the floor is to you. If you have any views or ideas about this topic, you can very well share now, please.
Okay, Prabhaji.
Yes, sir.
I'm a medical doctor. I'm seeing you for the first time.
Yes,
I joined from USA. First, I would like to ask a couple of questions. I hope that you won't feel offended.
No, sir.
Then I would like to share my comments. First question, in your slide, you showed about take bubble bath, then spa day, Netflix binging. Do you do any of these?
Yes, sir.
bubble bath?
I'm not doing everything, but every day when I drink my coffee,
No. My question is specific. Bubble bath, spa, Netflix binging.
Netflix we watch, na sir.
Binging.
Binging I don't do, sir. But there are people who do it,
No,
sir.
no,
For them only I have given the idea, sir.
No. The question is about you are sharing certain things, and do you do that bubble bath and spa? If not, then this is simply, it is something very idealism, but practicality. So that is this one. Now my comments. And I have plenty of friends and contacts in India, and almost every day I interact with easily some 10 to 15 people, including this Archana Vedantam. Okay, she knows. She will validate that. So this is what I find: women, especially in India. Yeah, I know how women in USA, what they do and what India. And they may have, suppose, a couple of children. When they come back, what do? They do the
Again,
cooking.
yes.
No, just let me finish. Cooking. Husband and 2 children, so 4 people do the cooking. So that itself will take a lot of time. And they don't let the children help in the process of cooking. Go and study to become a doctor, engineer. And they won't let the children participate in any household work. And when this woman afterward comes and does this one for 2 hours, then that free time is gone.
Yes, sir.
Then again, cooking every day. And they don't cook for 2 or 3 days. And these days, refrigerator is available. And you can store the food in the cooked food, and you can microwave heat it. That's what I have been doing. If I make idli, I don't go out and eat. If I make idli, 24 idlis, then 4 idlis per day. So 6 breakfast, 6 days. And if I, the rajma for chapati, again for 6 days. So I have more free time. And my son joined. My son was in India. And he joined a few months back. He didn't know any cooking. And he was in Mumbai. And he used to have a paying guest, that one, he used to get the food cooked, there was a cook or something, he used to go out and eat. When he came, okay, now cooking for him also, that will consume my time. So what did I do? I taught him delegation. These women in India, they don't delegate. Most of them have OCD. They are not realizing. They have OCD. Then, and I taught him 10 different items: how to make sambar, how to make fish curry, how to make chicken curry, how to make idli, how to make dosa, all those things. Then, now he makes.
Sir,
He makes. No, let me finish. That is how the work-life balance. And people keep on complaining about work-life balance, but they spend more time in kitchen, and they don't let the children, young girls also, and many of them, they don't learn anything about kitchen cooking. And these days they depend on Uber, Zomato, and eat all unhealthy junk food. That's all what I wanted to say. Sorry for that being so. I'm frank. I'm practical.
No problem, sir. Sir, who taught you cooking, sir? May I ask you?
I very simple. It's again, that's on 6th sense, that is called as common sense. So I didn't know how to cook. So what I did was I identified Indian community. Women, I asked, can you show me how to make upma? On a weekend, I will come to your house just to show me how to make upma. So one item. I didn't ask one person to teach me everything. So another person, can you show me how to make puttu? So another day, or on the same day afternoon, another person, how to make sambar. And I used to take my note and I used to watch. Okay, mustard is put, and spluttering, and this one, I took down. And by observing, and I learned how to cook some 10 or 15 items. or a period of just 3 weekends. That is all that is required.
Yes, sir.
Nothing else.
But so everyone is not learning like you, no, sir.
Yeah, they don't want to.
Sir,
Then they want to complain. They
Sir,
keep on complaining.
cooking and cleaning are life chores, life skills, sir, actually. But in India, it is insisted that only women has to do. Everybody, yes,
Who
sir.
says? No, because
No
I know
one
that
says,
Christians,
sir, but
Christians,
there,
in
you can
Christian,
ask
that
the
is
other women in this forum.
No, no.
They will let you know, sir.
Prabhaji, some Hindus, but in Christians, the men, they know how to do cooking. Because guys who come from India, IT professionals, I see the Christians, they know how to do cooking. And but Hindus, yeah, they don't. That's a problem. It is time to change. You are all talking about all the feminism, women's rights, empowerment of women
Hello?
empowerment. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, can
Thank
I share my thoughts, please?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Thing is, I'm Padma Nandyal here. I'm an educationalist and environmentalist. So, two things which I want to share, which I do it because I believe in what I preach, I practice. So, morning I get up, I write weekly goals and daily checklist. So, morning simultaneously breakfast and lunch will be over because I was a teacher for 25 years. That really helped me. And one more thing is, and I plan it. I work for 12 hours. I'm 64. I plan and work for 64. I'm a Hindu, and my husband is a very good. He's a highly educated and retired professor. He works. He does cooking so well with millets and other things. So nowadays the trend has changed. Like only ladies have to cook and gents it's nothing like that. So they should be changed and they will be changed. What I mean to say is, and if you make it, I mean, it's systematically the program in the sense, what I call is a checklist. The things become very, very easy. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, Padma ma'am. Friends, if you have any questions, you may go ahead and share your insights.
One more thing. These days,
Yes, Doctor.
I'm sure everybody in this group will agree with me. Many people are now in the IT profession. Am I right? IT profession. There are more number of engineers than doctors, or even engineers are plenty. And their job insecurity, because they can be fired just like that. And the employees, they dump more and more work. And these guys or these women, if they say no, if I want work-life balance, and yeah, you will have complete the no work, complete you will have 100% life, home life. So then there's no way. You have no control over the time. And I see there is guys I'm staying in an apartment, in my apartment complex, there are young couple, they are working for different companies. Almost 7 days a week. A typical American white guy, he won't work for more than 40 hours. Whereas these guys are exploited. They exploit, they are not on green card, they are come on a H-1B visa. So the threat of losing the job, so they work every day 10 to 12 hours.
Yes, sir.
7 days a week. So the work-life balance is impossible. I feel sorry for them. That is the real world. Reality we have to accept.
Yes. But in spite of that, what we can do, that is what we are trying, sir. Like you cook for one week and keep it, and likewise, it is at the
Actually-
personal level we can do some changes so that,
Yes.
like ma'am told, Padma ma'am, if like her husband, if everyone is contributing in the family, I think work-life balance will be possible, sir.
We talk a lot about communication skills. Yeah, communicate well with your husband. Why can't you communicate well with you? We are coaching. Communicate with your husband and make that person again join that workforce. That's the point. Because I communicate well
Yeah,
with my son.
I'm talking for all, sir. I'm not talking about me.
So that's not
Ma'am,
happening.
can I?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
I mean, it's just a suggestion, that's all. Next time, what I feel is, we should be positive always. See, so what I suggest is, which is working with me, and I suggested it to my friends also, that's really working, the checklist. If checklist and then allotment of, as Sir said, we don't allot. That is the biggest problem. We have to allot things to the family members as well as when you're working in the workplace also. So if people think, if you're very efficient, people take advantage of it. So that has to be, and what you said was, we have to have the practice of saying no to certain things.
Yes.
So these things, checklist really works. Daily checklist and weekly checklist really works, and it can do wonders. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Padmaji, Padmaji, I agree with you. That's what I
Yes,
used to
sir.
do when I was working in the hospital. I used to leave
Yes.
at the end of the work duty by 4:30, whereas others were there till 6:30. Identical workload. I used to delegate.
Yeah.
I used to
Let me.
nurses
Yeah.
also, and other staff. I coach them what to do and how to
So
interact
let
with the
me.
patient.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Sir, recently I have listened to your webinar, stupidity quotient. That was really wonderful. I want to congratulate. That's it.
Thank you. So delegation. That's
Yeah,
what I did.
delegation
with my son
is a
also.
must. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I did with my son, because I walk the talk. That's all. Anything.
Yes, sir. That really works wonders. When you delegate and make a checklist, it really works wonders, because that's a living example I'm telling you, or what I do is.
Yeah,
I'm
but
satisfied at the end of the day.
the problem is OCD. They won't delegate. That's the problem
Yes,
there.
you're right. Yes, OCD.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
ma'am. That
And
was
thank you.
nice. Very good inputs. But though we know everything, so we'll implement. That's it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you,
Thank you.
Padma ma'am.
Yeah, thank you.
And if there are no further questions, may I request Dr. Archana to go ahead with the vote of thanks?
Can I go with the vote of thanks, ma'am?
Prabha ma'am, can I
Yes.
request Archana ma'am to go ahead with the vote
Yes,
of thanks?
yes, sure.
Thank you so much. Over to you, Archana ma'am.
Thank you. I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Prabha ma'am for the incredible, insightful and thought-provoking session on work-life balance. Your guidance and expertise has provided us with valuable perspectives on managing our professional responsibilities and personal lives, and deeply impacted our understanding. Your emphasis on the importance of work-life balance has truly resonated with all of us, and your practical suggestions like integrated living, etc., have inspired us to strive for a more fulfilling lifestyle. Furthermore, I also extend my heartfelt thanks to all the enthusiastic participants and the organizing team. Your active participation and dedicated efforts have been instrumental in enriching our day with this session. Your contributions have truly made a difference. So, thanking one and all on behalf of Deccan Positive Mental Health in association with Yellow Pond India, Forest Creative Arts Studio Punjab, Sri Deepthi Counseling Center Hyderabad, Clover Learning Center Hyderabad, Srisha Counseling Center Kozhikode, and Mind Style Hub Kolkata. Let's all meet again for the next Friday's session with the same enthusiasm. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
ma'am.
everyone. Bye.